an immense task. It is heavy in the sense that your duty will be to see that those who are to render service do have the necessary qualifications, not only that, but commitment. One may have a qualification, but one may not necessarily have the commitment to make use of that qualification to serve the supreme interests of these people, this country, particularly the children of this country who are going to be the future leaders of the country. So I don't want to take much time to speak, and I would like to thank again the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, particularly the Minister of Basic and Secondary Education, for having come up for the first time in the history of this country to establish a board of this nature and of importance. Thank you very much, Chair, for having given me the floor to say a few words.
Thank you very much, Honorable Syria. As I alluded to earlier, we are very grateful for your insightfulness and love for this country and for spending all your life in trying to educate children of this country. We are very much grateful for not only accepting to serve on this board, but also for making a very short but very strong statement on this very important day. I now have the singular honor and privilege to invite the Honorable Minister, Honorable Dr. Abibatu Drame, Minister of Basic and Secondary Education, to make the launching statement, but also to give us the motherly advice that we may need in the execution of our duties as far as the Professional Standard Board for Teachers is concerned. Honorable
Chairman, CPS Joe, senior colleagues of the sector, distinguished senior citizen, Honorable the Educational Services, Honorable Jata, thank you for accepting the invitation. Distinguished senior officials and institutional heads, esteemed educators, partners in education, ladies and gentlemen, and of course the media. Like my colleague puts it, I think today is an important and a pivotal day for the sector, a milestone in the journey of MOPSI. That is the official inauguration of the Professional Standard Board for Teachers in the sector. Actually, this Professional Standard Board is established under the Education Act of 2018. The launch of the board today reflects the shared commitment and dedication that we all have to elevate education and recognize the vital role of teachers in shaping the future of this country. That makes it more exciting and more interesting for all of us. This launch signifies a very strong endeavor, embodying hope, excellence, and transformative change. The membership of the board is diverse, as we can all see, composed of seasoned professionals, passionate educators united by a shared vision, ensuring that every child in the Gambia receives quality education from motivated and well-supported educators, teachers in our case. The responsibility entrusted to this board are profound, including critical task of establishing the Teacher Service Commission. This immense responsibility demands collaboration, dedication, and a strong drive for continuous professional growth. With your support, we will raise the bar for teaching standards in this country, ensuring that educators are equipped not only with knowledge, but also with the tools, resources, and support essential for our success. This ministry fully supports and recognizes that teaching is no longer static. It is a dynamic profession evolving rapidly in tandem with the advancements in technology and the demands of our diverse communities. The Professional Standard Board will serve a very important role setting clear, attainable, and research-based standards that respond to these challenges the sector faces with respect to its teaching staff. The board is expected to champion best practices, foster collaboration among teachers, and provide expert guidance to help educators not just meet but exceed expectations. Therefore, this board is expected to be a strong advocate for the welfare and professional development of our teachers. A thriving education system depends on empowered teachers, those who are continuously trained, well-resourced, and motivated to give their very best. The ministry pledges its full support to enable this board to cultivate a culture of professionalism and excellence across our classrooms. As we embark on this exciting journey together, I thank the board members for taking up the challenge. I believe, as a sector, we can and will change the trajectory of education in the Gambia, especially at the foundational level. Quality education is not just a goal, it must become our mantra, our shared mission, and our relentless pursuit. On this note, on behalf of my senior colleagues and all the staff of MOPSI, we want to officially declare the Professional Standard Board inaugurated. Thank you very much for your time and attention.
Thank you very much, Honorable. Very convinced that you can all match up to all tasks ahead, but also to be able to execute them without fear or favor or ill will. We want to wish you the best of luck and pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to guide and protect all of you with good health and long life to be able to execute this honorable task bestowed on you to the best of your abilities. On that
now to the membership, like I said in my speech, it's a very diverse board with representation of the fully. One, the permanent secretary of the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, the director of Human Resources of the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, the principal, Gambia College, but now, of course, University of Education, the director or registrar, dissect, former Gambia Technical Training Institute, that's GTTI, now the University of Applied Science, Engineering and Technology, the Vice Chancellor of the University of the Gambia, the Chief Executive Officer of the National Accreditation and Quality Assurance, the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, the Permanent Secretary of the Personnel Management Office. Then we have Madam Anne Teres Ndong Jata, a private citizen, senior citizen and representative. Honorable Sidia Jata, our eminent honorable, and of course a rep and private citizen. Then we have the Secretary or General Secretary, the Gambia Teachers Union. We have a private citizen, Omar Dabo, who is coming from, he's a head teacher from the Madrasa Institute or institution, and of course a secretary that will come from the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education. So this is the composition of the Professional Standard Board, who has a mandate to establish the Teacher Service Commission, which will do the day-to-day running of teacher affairs with regards to their appointments, their promotions, their discipline, and anything relating to teachers. And of course, with also the quality registration of the teachers, just to ensure that any teacher that we have in the services is one that is recognized with registration certificate to enhance the quality of the services that we deliver. Thank you.
Colleagues, we all have had the list of the members of this board, as alluded to by the Honorable Minister. They're diverse, but a very formidable board with people with vast experiences and also ethical values that we all cherish as a nation. I therefore now would want to invite my colleague, DPS Lamin Singate, to give the vote of thanks on behalf of the ministry before we have the group photo. So, Mr. Singate, please.
I want to say that this is a very laudable initiative. For me, I think quality issues are very, very important to be taken seriously. As we are aware, we have education over the years have become very accessible. Back in the days when we are going to school, we could even going to high school. From primary school to high school was a struggle, but nowadays I think we have schools all over the place. It's accessible to all citizens. But then here comes the issue of quality. The performance of our students over the years have not been very, very good, I should say, put it that way bluntly. So I think establishing the standards board will ensure that teachers are trained. So quality in our school system is instituted, but also sustained in the form of teacher training, so that our teachers are given the requisite skills to be able to impart knowledge on our students. That way, the results of our students will improve over the years, and they'll be able to get the type of students we need to be able to help our economy in the long run. So I would pray that the members of this committee are given God's guidance so that they do their work with the best of their ability and help the ministry so that at the end of the day we will achieve our objectives. On that note, I would thank all of you and bless you and wish you the best of luck in the task ahead. Thank you.
Right, we have the group photo.
Yes, I see him.
Yes.
Fine.
Hello, Asa. Dañ amoon short cérémonie. Bu fàtte waaw baax na si biti sax ko mu laa mu air dañ doon nataal